Happy Monday, friends. Oh, it has been a dreary, rainy morning, and now it's 1 p.m. and the sun has decided to come out. So it's only in the 60s, but it's supposed to be in the 70s today. So this morning I had my smoothie for 5 points, and in my smoothie I always put 2% milk in it and non-fat Greek yogurt and fruit with a banana. And I do not count my blended fruits, and that's how I've always done it. So, but I've been out here crocheting, and now it is lunchtime, and I've taken care of my crochet. I got my new socks on because my feet got chilled. I wasn't going to show you lunch, but I decided I will. Nothing wrong with it. It's just been really nice not taking pictures or recording my food. But anyways, this is the Simply Puffs for 4 points. I have 1 apple for 0 points. I have sliced turkey for 0 point. Under here is a slice of our homemade sandwich bread for 3, and on there is just 1 point worth of, no, I only have half a point, but I'll probably take the point of Miracle light mayo. So then that would make this 8 points for my lunch. And then I have my pink lemonade in my mason jars. I love drinking out of my mason jars. So anyways, lunch is going to be 8 points out of my 29 daily points. Hey friends, how are you? Oh, it is about 3:30 on Monday, and it is gloomy out again, as you can see, but it was supposed to be this way most of the day. We've had glimpses of bright sunshine, but majority of it has been like this. So today's been a day of doing, chores, household stuff. I've got laundry going, I did towels, and I've done, my hair is sticking right up. I'm getting little growths in there. See, this is a squirrel moment from my thyroid. So things will start, my hair grows, and then you get short little things in it like that, and you just have to put up with it. But anywho, I did towels this morning, and my laundry is in the dryer. Mr. Jerry's I got going in the washer. Unloaded dishes. Mr. Jerry is very good at every night before we go to bed. He loads up the dishwasher and starts it. So I try to unload it, and that way it's ready for him to do. He is very particular with his dishwasher. Are you? I can tell the difference between, he's left-handed and I'm right-handed, so I'll put the glasses on the right-hand side, and he always puts the glasses on the left-hand side. It's always the opposite, but he is very particular on how he likes the dishes in there, and so I have learned just to let him, if he wants to do it, he can do it, and I'll take care of him. It's no big deal. So I just been sitting around, and you'll hear maybe you'll be hearing the wind chimes going. We got our wind chimes out, and it's quite windy today. But I was crocheting on that poncho this morning. I did get one, I have to do a front and back, so I got a front or a back done, just because they're both the same. But I did get one done. It said to do 7 repeats, and I wanted it, well, number one, I wanted it to be a little bit longer, because it was supposed to be 15 inches from top to bottom, and then 27 inches wide, and I think mine is like 30 inches wide, and it's going to be more than 15 inches from top to bottom. but I did do an 8th repeat. So because it's made to, it looks like, fit at the top of your pants, and so I wanted it just a little bit longer. So I did get one of those done, and so before I start the second one, which shouldn't really take that long now that the pattern is super easy and very memorable, memorizing. Oh, you know, oh my Lanta, very easy to remember. How's that? So but tomorrow is weigh-in day, and I feel like I've done pretty darn good this last week. Yes, I was -5, only because the day that we went to the local yarn shop, I had just a yogurt for breakfast, and because 2 days before that something didn't agree with me and I got sick, and so I was still testing the waters. The day before that, I was able to eat okay, but I just wanted to make sure. And I don't think I had smoothie stuff, but I had little yogurts, and so I grabbed a yogurt because I knew we would probably be gone a while, but I figured we'd be back in time for lunch here. But by the time I realized all the stops that Mr. Jerry had included, that he only told me of one, and I didn't realize that he wanted to go to 2 or 3 other places, so that, you know, broke the time longer. And of course we couldn't find the one shop I wanted to go to, and by that time I was tired anyways, and I was over it. I was just over it. But so we stopped at a McDonald's in Byron Center, and I did get a 6-piece McNugget and a small fry, and I counted those. And then instead of a pop, he got a chocolate shake, and he got me a small, and I mean a McDonald's small, about like this big, vanilla. And so then we came home, and you know, we ate halfway decent, really, because we ate so late in the day. It was just, oh, I know, we did stop on the way back, picked up what I needed for yogurt, or for smoothies, and I had a smoothie that night. And he didn't eat anything, he just snacked. So y'all, when I went to put in the tracker lunch, and then the nuggets and the fries were not even close to what that little milkshake was. It was 25 points, y'all. 25 points for a vanilla shake that probably had a cup of ice cream in it. Because I asked Mr. Jerry, he says, how much do you think of ice cream was in that? And at first he said maybe 1.5 cups to 2, and then he went, well, no, not really. He said probably only a cup. I was tempted like you wouldn't believe not to track it. That's what put me in the negatives. After the day before, I was 8 above, and it rolled over 4 of it. So, but I tracked it. And then Sunday, I think that we ate really well, and you know, I was right on the 29 points that I get. So, and today has been a good eating day too. I've been refilling my pink lemonade, and I haven't been going and grabbing a snack. You know, there have been times I've walked by and wanted a snack, but I'm just not going to do it right now. The sad part is he bought me all that fruit, and all that fruit, even in the jars, did not keep. I think what it is that when he got the strawberries, there was a couple of them that was already had mold on them, and he took those out, and then we checked them all over and washed them and cleaned them and stuff, and the strawberries were already starting to turn. And I don't know. I don't know, sometimes it just seems like you can get good fruit and it will last a while, and sometimes you get fruit and it just doesn't last, just like your lettuce. So but anyways, so today, like I said, I've been crocheting, and then I got Happy Mail, and I didn't show it to you is because it is my yarn club from Freckled Whimsy, and I get the Christmas yarn club in a DK weight, which is like double the thickness of my normal sock yarn. And then I signed up for her Halloween one that's only supposed to be 6 months. And I guess I just didn't think that it was going to start this soon. And Mr. Jerry said there was 2 charges that came out from that, and I knew of the one. But then he said Halloween, and I went, oh, it must be it starting up. Now, with the Christmas one, I always pay for it on the 1st of the month, and by the end of the month, it shipped out to me. And so I wasn't for sure how the Halloween one was going to be. Y'all, I got the Halloween one today along with the Christmassy one. And oh, I already said to Mr. Jerry, I said, the Halloween one is mine. That one is in fingering weight. The Christmas Club one, I really thought he would like. And he's like, eh. And I can't tell you any colors or anything like that in case somebody's watching that is in this club. And I'll wait until the weekend, because this is Monday. I'll wait until maybe Friday and show you. But y'all, it just kept gnawing at me. I wasn't going to start another sock. Because May 1st is Wednesday, and I will be starting another sock from my monthly draw. But y'all, that Christmas one just kept calling me and calling me. And I know you're probably saying, Teri, you had no right. But yeah, Teri did. So I just, after lunch, I went in and I caked it all up, wound it up, and, you know, I got the one that comes with a little mini, and so I wound that up. And I'm going to do the mini just for the heels and the toes. And I could do the cuff, but you know, when you wear socks, sometimes you don't always see the cuff. And so, and all her yarns are self-striping, so it's already going to have a fun play to it. So, but I'm trying really hard not to tell you how many stripes and what colors and stuff, because it's sitting on my lap. And yep, I cast it on. I'm using a US 3. I think that's a 3.25. I'm not for sure because I don't use US 3s very often. But I'm telling you, DK goes super fast because I've already got the cuff done. And I told myself when I got the cuff done, because I did 10 rounds, I'm using Kay's formula from the Crazy Sock Lady, her DK sock pattern, and it is free. You just, if you put in, you know, Crazy Sock Lady DK yarn or DK socks, it should pop up. I know she probably has a YouTube on it too, maybe not, but I know she's got lots of tutorials, because when I was memorizing how to do her vanilla sock pattern on Magic Loop, I would always go back. I could get down the 64 stitches, and I knew how long I wanted my cuff, and I always knew how long I wanted the leg part. I used to do 60 rounds, but Mr. Jerry and I don't like them quite that long, so I only do like 30 rounds. And it was just remembering on the heel turn. I could do the flap. I remember how to do that because it's always my slip stitch one. But it was the heel turn, the numbers that you have to use. And once you get that in your head, and then you know how long the foot needs to be, and you do enough of them, you just remember what the decreases are and everything. It helps to know that when you go to decrease for the toes, that it's always half the stitches, so. But yeah, I cast this one on, even though I'm going to be drawing another one on Wednesday. And I told Mr. Jerry, I said, once I wound this one up, the DK one up, I said to him, I showed him the colors. I said, you're going to be taking this. I know you are. He goes, we'll see. I know he will. So what I will do, because both him and I are the same stitches, 64, and I usually go an extra, I think it's a ½ inch extra for him and our daughter and our son-in-law Kevin. So we'll see. When I start doing the stripes and everything, and I get enough of the repeats that this one has in it, yeah, I'm not going to tell you how many. Oh, not on purpose anyways. Then, of course I'll show it to him, and that will determine whether he likes it or not. It's not a breaker deal if he decides he wants them, because after all, I have knitted myself the last two. So but yeah, so I started that. So I'm hoping that the one that will be drawn on Wednesday, when he draws the number, will be something that he will like. And if not, then it will and if I really don't care one way or the other, because I have lots of Christmas ones I'd like to start knitting up for myself, it will go to my daughter or her hubby Kevin. So, and they'll just tuck those away, or once I get them each a pair done, I might just send it to them. So why wait until Christmas? Let them enjoy them now. So, but anyways, I just thought I'd come on and say, hey, today's been a much better day, but it should be with the pollen because it's been rainy. It's been kind of washing it down. So how are you all been doing? I hope you've been doing well. I hope your weight loss journey has been going good. And if it's not, hang in there. It will get better. That's why I always tell myself, it will get better. It just has to. We just take it one day at a time. And sometimes I have to take it one meal at a time. I have to sit there and, if I flub up, the old me would sit there, and if I messed up, if we went out to eat, let's say for lunch, and I would go over my points, or I feel like I blew it because I went, we went out to eat and stuff like that, I would just throw the whole rest of the day away. And now I don't. I try not to anyways. I try to get right back up on that saddle or right back in that seat and just go, okay, well, it is what it is, and I just need to get back. And because before, I would sit there and I would take my weigh-in days and I just ate whatever I felt like eating. It was like, I deserve this. And what I wasn't realizing when I did stuff like that is, by the time I would eat all the junk, and I mean junk, it would take me, and I could get back on Wednesday doing everything like I'm supposed to, but y'all, it took me 2 or 3 days for all that junk to get out of my system for me to really start the weight loss journey part of it, because I ate all the junk. And it never dawned on me how much harder it was for me to start losing the weight. I'm not saying that I can never be that way. I'm just saying that if I look at every day as if this is my weight loss journey. I don't deserve it just on one day. I can deserve it 7 days a week. I can deserve whatever I want. Just don't go hog wild like I would, and then wonder why I'm retaining for the next 3 or 4 days and I can't lose weight. So for me, I had to have that mindset of saying, I deserve whatever I want. I just have to do it in portion controls. I have to do it sensibly. And if I don't, then I have to pay the piper. And I have to sit there and say, yep, that's what happened. And now it's time to move on. So that's what I'm trying to do, because I get discouraged the older I get, because I agree. And I'm sorry, I cannot remember your name right now, but someone had mentioned on here, you get to a certain age, and instead of sitting there going, I'm going to lose the weight so I look good, for me, I look good in clothes, or I look good in whatever, I'm starting now to do it from the healthier standpoint of saying, I'm trying to heal my body from the inside out. I'm trying to look at stuff more of how it's going to benefit me, not what the clothes are going to look good on me no matter what. Don't get me wrong, they're going to look good on, oops, sorry, I gotta move my hand a minute. They're going to look good on me no matter what once I get the weight off. Oh heck, they look good on me now. Who you kidding? I can't even say that with a straight face. But anyways, but I do, and I think it's because the older that I've gotten, I want my blood work to be good. I want my BMI to be good. I want to be able to sleep better. I want to be able to move better. I want to be able to do things that I took for granted in my younger years, that now my body's saying, oh, chickie, it ain't happening. So it's a different mindset, isn't it? No matter what stage of this weight loss, it's always a mindset, no matter what. So y'all, you just be strong and hold on, and we got this. We got this. So I will chit chat with y'all later. Thanks for listening, my friends, and I will see you when we see ya. Oh, and I forgot one quick thing. Miss Janet, you were asking about blocking, and I do a block. I don't block the socks. I figure that, when they're done, I wear them if I want to, and then they go in the washer and dryer, and my socks hold up pretty darn good. I have seen others that say to block on Afghan, or on your granny stitch squares and stuff, and of course clothing. You can do that. Do I do that with clothing? The first time I do. After that, it goes in the washer and dryer, because I use cold water and low temp drying, and not had any problems with like my shawls or anything like that. And I just did my sweaters, and the first sweater has came out okay. The merry-go-round, we'll see how it does, if it shortens it right up or whatever. But I just use what you can look up, or it's called Soak, and it is a liquid made for garments or stuff like that. But I've also heard people that just will take a spray bottle and they will spray the squares, like your granny squares or whatever, and they will spray that, and the designer should say how big your block should be. And I know people, you have made where you can have 4 pegs and put it in the corner and stack them on top of each other till they dry. The other way is just to take pins and put it on something, even a towel, excuse me, even a towel, and then just pin the 4 corners, measuring it out to the size, the recommended size. So, but I've seen a lot of people just do water just lightly spritz it to get it damp. Because the other way is you just let them all soak, and usually for like 15-20 minutes, then you got to wring them out, and you don't want to really be too rough with it because you'll stretch the fibers. And then you just let them all dry. So it's really, it's up to you, because once you put all the squares together, my friend Shar had asked me the same thing, and I always say try it, see what you think. I usually just put all my squares together, and you can always wash it and give it to them. But my thought process is yes, it's going to make it nice and even when you hook them together. And but once it's all hooked together, they're not going to take the time to wash and then block that whole thing out again. So I would say try a couple blocks. If you have some done, just, you know, kind of damp spray them, and pin the four corners out to whatever size she says it should be, and let them dry and see how you like it. And maybe you'll like it because it would make it easier to connect them. So, but the other way is not difficult either. So hopefully that answers your question. I just remembered that. So, and I wanted to address it here, so it was easier to do it this way. So hopefully that helps.